just joined us on the System After Dark, this is a homegrown number courtesy of E3 and Cracker. Bulla, how's it going? I'm D, your host on the System After Dark, right here on Today FM. Today's hit music. You can catch me weeknights at 7 p.m. That's from Monday to Friday, only on the home of Today's hit music. And don't forget, that's D with you every weeknight on the System After Dark. Even got that homebrew flowing.
Tonight, no intimidation on teachers, says Education Minister. Lease money distribution causes heated debate in Parliament. And Cane Growers Council still relevant, says Prime Minister. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. The government insists it will remain committed to the equal treatment for all Itauke. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama says under the Constitution, all Itauke are the same regardless of traditional hierarchy. Akosita Tale has more.
Lease money distribution caused some heated debate this morning. Opposition MP William Ngavoka asked if there are provisions for the Turang Niavusa and the Turang Matangali because of their traditional roles and obligations to the Vanua.
That is the gist of what we have done, Madam Speaker. It is to empower the landowners, the Itauke. Not only some, leaving out some. Everyone. To empower everyone, all the landowners. As long as your name is on the VKB, you are a landowner, you're entitled to equal share. Equal means equal.
Bainimarama says after deducting of any sum under Section 14 of the Itoke Land Trust, all these monies will be distributed equally.
The owner of native land, by definition, is the Matangali, not every single individual. Number two, the tenure of native land says that the rights are determined by custom and tradition. Therefore, it means they decide who gets what according to custom and tradition. That is the law. Because he has not been advised properly,
The Prime Minister then defended the government stand.
It came out from yesterday's questions, which they couldn't accept the answers to. That we, the government, has authority to do this. And that is wrong when he says that all Matangali own the land. That is not true.
The Parliament sitting has been adjourned to tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Akosita Tale, FBC News.
Education Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy has denied any attempt to pressure or intimidate teachers into signing letters of support for changing the Fiji flag. The issue was raised by Opposition Leader Rote Mumukepa in Parliament. Shireen Lata reports.
Opposition Leader Rote Mumukepa claims teachers and students are concerned that they will be victimized if they don't sign the letters supporting the change.
We have received calls from officials and student leaders from schools confirming that teachers were told they had to get the petition signed, and student leaders said that children were compelled to sign.
Dr. Mahendra Reddy clarified the petition is voluntary and does not involve any students, and there is no condition placed on teachers.
I can get 1,000 letters written by someone to accuse the side of the members. So, I mean, that kind of allegation holds no ground. And it has no place in this House. And Speaker, let me read again. It says, attest is a petition that we wish to obtain, should you wish to support them, of course. Should you wish.
The minister confirmed 3 schools had inadvertently passed on the petition to students for signatures, but this has been rectified. He adds the petition was sent out as an information gathering exercise.
So it's about information. It's not only about teachers. But it's not only about teachers. I think they're using this as an attempt. The petition is out to general members of Fiji, including teachers. Thank you.
The government is currently receiving designs for the proposed new Fiji flag, which will be revealed on 10th October. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
The Speaker of the House, Dr. Chico Loveni, had to rise from his seat to bring order in Parliament today. Opposition Whip Iso Tikova was giving a personal explanation but didn't stick to the text approved by the Speaker.
Special emphasis, Standing Orders 133, my privilege in this Parliament.
Excuse me,
Although there is no requirement.
You have expanded from the script that has been submitted to me that I have agreed to. In that case, you have not complied with the requirements as had been alluded
Madam
to
Speaker,
earlier.
133 is all part
In that
of
case,
anyone that is a member of this honorable House,
in that
and the right of the privilege
may
for
I
him.
have the floor, please? Thank you.
The work of the Sugarcane Growers Council hasn't changed, says Minister responsible for Rugby Bainimarama. The SCGC was established under the Sugar Industry Act to protect and further the interest of cane growers.
Prime Minister Voringe Bainimarama was asked why the proceeds of cane farmers were being charged a levy for the Sugarcane Growers Council after the dissolution of elected councillors in 2009.
What has changed is we have removed the politicization of the Cane Growers Council. We have removed the members of the Cane Growers Council who have been politicizing the industry for a long time.
Bainimarama says the Growers Council continues to provide farmers the assistance they need.
The administrative arm and work of the council is important and needs to continue. I'm sure the honourable member will agree that we cannot deny the growers the day-to-day existence the institution provides. That's the necessity for continuing the deduction or imposition of the levy.
Farmers now pay a levy of 33 cents from the previous 37 cents.
The budget prior to the termination of the councils was averaging around $1 million a year. And from the following year, after 2010, the budget was reduced to by 40% to $600,000.
Reforms are being carried out in the sugar industry to make it more viable. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Still to come on FBC News, drug smuggling suspect applies for bail.
Ya vino pala pronto kwa chuma ni mwezi mwana bula FM namba nduwe na siri na ngona ni ndende manda ke central rental sapo ke kana rusho ko minichi me ba na koloko ni sabola
Oya wa wati sonda lai.
gonga ya mwezi dono
Nama kikirau mena tolu kene bitu. Ena via kabi moliti kene porombuka.
goria na lali ne kabi bula FM namba nduwa ya na siri
My name is Luca. I live on the second floor.
Gold FM, only the classic hits. I hope you're having fun so far. You're listening to The Ride, and I'm Kara, taking you through your afternoon. Stay with me to listen to more awesome classics right here on The Ride. Mulubinaka, for awesome sounds in the afternoon. Wonderful, wonderful classics. Join me on The Ride every weekday right here on Gold FM, only the classic hits from 2 to 7.
Just don't ask me what it was. I think it's 'cause
247 Fijians have so far benefited from government's housing grants. The grants, implemented late last year, are part of government's aim to increase home ownership amongst Fijians. Of the 247 grant recipients, 186 received their assistance last year and 79 so far this year. Housing Minister Praveen Bala says there is still a lot of public interest in the housing grants.
Madam Speaker, I've just finished with my team from the ministry on the roadshow in the Western Division. And I just want to inform this Honorable House that there is so much interest in regards to this program. And I would be able to inform this Honorable House by the end of here that how many Fijians have exactly benefited this program.
Bala says more roadshows will be held in the coming weeks to help create awareness on the ground that is available to low-income earners. Fijians living in Vanuatu are still trying to come to terms with the devastation caused by Tropical Cyclone Pam. One family that FBC News spoke to recalled how they all huddled in a room for the entire night as the superstorm wreaked havoc outside. Edwin Nunn reports.
Almost a week after Tropical Cyclone Pam tore through Vanuatu, signs of the destruction are on almost every street and every community. Around this time last Friday, people were praying just to get through the night safely.
Around 8 o'clock, that's when I would say, the heavy gusts started coming through. Pelting rain. Basically all we did was, we tried to salvage what we could because water started to come through under the doors. We were all huddled in one room of the house, furthest away from where the wind was hitting. Basically just tried to tough it out.
Zane McConnell says his family never thought they would ever have to go through anything as scary as the superstorm.
To be honest, everybody was scared because we've never really been through anything like that before. I mean, nobody went to sleep till the wind died down, which was probably around 2 a.m., 3. It's just something else. You can't really explain it.
Relief work has started in some of the outer islands. However, it'll be some time yet before all the affected areas are properly covered. As we flew into Port Vila on Monday night, there were people shining flashlights at the aircraft all along the coast. Later, I was told these were villagers trying to get relief items like food and water.
Things are slowly getting back to normal. I mean, we still don't have electricity at home. Water was put back on the very next day, on Saturday, so that was good. We've just been cleaning up since then. House is looking, pretty much almost back to normal. Can't say the same for the rest of Vanuatu though. Still a lot more work to be done around here.
There have been 26 confirmed deaths due to TC Pam. It's feared the numbers could rise as more reports come in from outer islands.
Well, the place looks totally different, to be honest. Just gobsmacked driving around this morning and just seeing the big difference that it made. Seeing houses without roofs, just destruction everywhere.
Relief supplies continue to pour into Vanuatu as aid agencies and governments commit ongoing support. For people on the ground, it will be a while until they can get their lives back together. Edwin Nund, FBC News.
Today was day 2 of the Rewa Provincial Council meeting. Participants discussed government developments in education, the economy and social services. Watisoni Rakanroka reports.
Council Chairman Uraya Waimbuta outlined the areas of interest in today's session.
We are here to discuss the projects that has been running previously, especially for the 2014 programs and 2015 programs, and also to discuss the future programs they intend to implement in 2016.
Waimbuta says they heard from government and discussed some of the resolutions from the Tikina and previous provincial council meetings.
We are trying to focus on some of the economic activities that Rewa can benefit from. Especially from the agriculture, from the fisheries. These are ministries that can provide advice and programs which the province can benefit from in terms of economic activities.
The delegates hope the discussions will lead to further development and the betterment of the province. Watisoni Rekanroka, FBC News.
Police have uprooted more than 500 suspected marijuana plants from farms in Naviriseni, Vatumbalavu, Navosa. A team of 16 officers from the Western Division trekked the mountainous terrain to get to the farms early yesterday morning. The plants were found on 3 farms and range from 40 centimeters to 3.2 meters in height. The suspected marijuana has been taken to the police forensic laboratory for analysis. 2 men aged 19 and 20 years are in custody at the Singatoka police station for their alleged involvement in the cultivation of the illegal crop. Investigation continues. Lautoka businessman Mohammed Shahid Khan, who allegedly smuggled close to 30 kilograms of heroin into the country, had a bail hearing today. This was over his second application for bail after his initial request was denied. Khan has been in custody since December, when he was arrested after the drug was found in the tires of a quad bike. The second accused, Ethan Kai, is also in remand but has not applied for bail. The ruling on the bail application is expected next week. The case against a former Nandi Town Council Special Administrator and 2 other council officers has been adjourned by the Lautoka High Court to March 31st. Aisir Tuinraki, Sakaraya Serau and Suresh Chand are charged with 7 counts of abuse of office. They are alleged to have written off rates without the approval of the Minister for Local Government between 2003 and 2010. Tuinraki, Serau and Chand are jointly charged for 1 count of abuse of office, while Chand faces another 6 counts. Aisir Tuinraki served as the Nandi and Singatoka Special Administrator from 2009 to 2013. We turn to sports now. Here's Jamie with the latest.
Good evening. In sports, the night delay naming Fiji 7 squad pays off for Ben Ryan, and Telecom Fiji Warriors prepare for final match in Pacific Challenge. We'll have this and more after the break.
Gold FM, only the classic hits. Beautiful song from the group Firehouse and When I Look Into Your Eyes. Before that, you heard from Smokey Robinson with One Heartbeat. We'll take a short break and join us in the next hour for more music from Seal. Bulavanaka. I'm DJ Tora. Join me every weekdays, 7 until midnight on the Premium Classics. Right here on Gold FM, only the classic hits.
छू 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 हे हे नमस्ते फीजी, आपके हर एक प्रॉब्लम की दवा लेकर मैं आ गई हूँ 9 से 12 बजे तक आपकी सहेली रेनू। छू 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 40 में 20 का दिखना है। मैं हूँ ना आपके साथ में मिर्ची एफएम पर 9 से 12 बजे तक मंडे टू फ्राइडे। मिर्ची, इट्स हॉट।
Vodafone Fiji Sevens coach Ben Ryan says the 1-week delay naming his team for Hong Kong has been successful in seeing some injured players recover. Question marks remained on the fitness and injury status of several players last week, and the extra time has allowed them to get back into contention for the final squad to the Hong Kong and Tokyo Sevens. Talen Daudakadaka has more.
A week ago, players like Osea Kulinisau, Eminonina Silasila and Isake Kotonimbau were not participating in contact sessions while they recovered from injuries. Today, the 3 were fighting tooth and nail with the rest of the 19-member squad to be selected for the Hong Kong and Tokyo legs of the World 7 Series.
I was concerned about Eminoni because he was literally written out last week. His shoulder, rotator cuff injury, but he's gone through everything, all the protocols. He's been hit hard, smashed around for the last 2 days, and he's come through fine. So he's available for selection. Isaki Katonibao, he had a low-level grade 1 MCL, so on his knee, ligaments that on the inside of his leg had strained it, but that's better now and he's fine.
Kulinisau has been given another 3 days to fully recover from a hand fracture. Veteran Pio Tuwai still has fitness issues. Meanwhile, new reps Kitone Salinga, Josiah Winnie and Ambele Yalalatambua proved they deserve their call-up to the extended squad and maybe even beyond.
I've got to say, nearly everyone that comes in, it's a big step up. Whether those boys get picked or don't get picked, I think let's take the 2 Wardens players. A big high five to the Wardens management, because those 2 players are robust, tough, uncompromising, getting on with things, and in the fitness tests have been good.
Naming a final squad is never easy. The high caliber of players fighting to make the cut will make coach Ben Ryan's job even more difficult as he names a 12-member squad at midday tomorrow. Talento Dakadak, FBC Sports.
In the World Rugby Pacific Challenge last night at the ANZ Stadium, the TFL Fiji Warriors made a second-half comeback to defeat Samoa A 42-20. The win pushes the side through to a second and final showdown against the Argentina Panthers. Rohit Deo has more.
We knew it was always going to be a big battle between the Pacific Islanders, and what a great battle it was, with the Samoans leading at the end of the first half but Fiji coming back in the end. The Warriors skipper says the win has put a momentum on a high in the team and they want to maintain that.
Yeah, the main focus is to just carry that momentum forward and go into the game against the Pampers on Monday in the final. Hopefully we can just carry that forward and have a good run on Monday.
It will be revenge in the cards when the Warriors meet the Pampers in Monday's final, considering the Pampers had a close 22-20 win when they met in their first encounter of the tournament. Nangusa says they will not concentrate on the Pampers too much, but instead will try and iron out their own mistakes.
The Pampers are a good team. They're champions from last year, so they'll be giving out all their best too on Monday. For us, the main focus is to work on our weakness, not to focus a lot on the Pampers, just on our weakness and what we can improve. And hopefully we can give them a good run on Monday.
The Warriors take on the Pampers at ANZ Stadium in Suva next Monday afternoon at 5. In other matches that day, Tonga A and Junior Japan will fight for the 5th spot at 1 p.m, while Canada A takes on Samoa A in the 3rd place playoff at 3. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
48 teams have confirmed their participation at the 28th Fiji Vanuatu Sevens next month. Interest in the tournament is gaining momentum as the organizers prepare for the launch. Coordinator Mateasi Nambau says most of the teams that participated at the Mara Sevens have also shown interest. He adds that teams such as Westfield, Police and Army have confirmed their places and that they are expecting more teams to register for the competition. The 28th Fiji Vanuatu Sevens will be held on the 17th and the 18th of next month at Prince Charles Park in Nandi. Super Football is glad overseas players will have ample time to train with the side before the OFC Champions League starts next month. Suva has been pooled with defending champions Auckland City, last year's finalist Amikal FC, and Solomon Islands Western United for the event. Coach Gurjit Singh says the players are gelling in well with the local boys and he's happy they have enough time to build a good combination.
Good to have them early because I wanted to see them adapt to our system and also to our environment. And they are gelling up very well with the team. And we expect Joe Jeremy to arrive today, so we'll have all the 4 players training with us.
The Whites take on Auckland City in the first pool match on April 11th at 4:30 p.m. at the NZ Stadium in Suva. National champion candidate master Calvin Prasad is all set to continue his juggernaut by defending the Bridgelal Open Chess Championship title on Sunday. Prasad has won the first 2 tournaments of the year and will be looking forward to a 3rd title. The tournament is open to anyone who intends to join Fiji Chess Federation for an annual fee of $10. Officials hope for another good turnout at the tournament.
It's been going on for well over 10 years now, and we're looking at lots of senior players and lots of new players coming up in this tournament, so it'll be an exciting weekend.
The championship will be held at Level 4 Tapu City Conference Room. That's it from Sports Tonight. Good evening.
The Minister for Trade Fayaz Koya says laws regarding national trade measurement and standards are being reviewed to make them relevant. Koya explained the importance of the consumer protection by the Department of National Trade Measurement and Standards. He says the review will ensure the integrity of the national trade management system and protect Fijians from unsafe and poor quality products.
As part of the process, the consultant provided an assessment report identifying all the gaps in areas of opportunities and also the amendments that needed to be made in the governing law. Furthermore, Madam Speaker, the ISO also assisted in training of standards officers and developed standard operating procedures for the department.
Koya was responding to an oral question by MP Sanjit Patel on improving the Department of National Trade Measurement and Standards. Fine weather prevailed over most parts of the country today. An active trough of low pressure remains slow moving over Tokelau and extends eastwards over northern Cooks and southeastwards over French Polynesia. Temperatures were fairly warm all over the country, most places recorded in the 30s this afternoon. Tomorrow's forecast is for mostly fine conditions with the possibility of afternoon showers. Further outlook, rain easing to showers, expect southeast winds 15 to 20 knots and moderate to rough seas. And recapping our main stories tonight, no intimidation on teachers, says Education Minister. Lease money distribution causes heated debate in Parliament, and Cane Growers Council still relevant, says Prime Minister. This week's poll question, we are again asking, should Piotawai play for Fiji in the Hong Kong Sevens? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That's all from us tonight. Join us again at the same time tomorrow. Good evening.